Let there be light. Hello. Oh, as you can see, the title of this reading is If You Have Been Feeding Me Dream Potions. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there's some of you who don't give a fuck about what happened to me with these dream potions. Some of you do care, okay? And to be frank, this video is not just about me. This video is also to help you to improve your formula, because I have had dream potions fed to me before. Dream potions have been getting fed to me, as far as I know, at least from about 2000 or 2001, something like that. Yeah, so, and now it's 2022. So that's how much experience I've had, and that's how much of it I have in my system, which is why my dreadlocks, when you pull them like this, they just break off, because some of your potions, oh, I didn't even add that to the list. I wrote down a list of the symptoms that actually take place so that you can know how this thing actually functions on the human body, just in case you have never been given this information before. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I accept the fact that I am under investigation, being initiated, and therefore this is part of the procedure. So, why not just make the most of it? Yeah, we might as well use it, because once you learn these things, then going forward in the future, you know, it's invaluable information. Now, for those of you who care, before, like say around 2000 and what was it now? Oh, 2010. I was being fed it in Montserrat around 2007, 2008, 2006. That's when it started to really take a toll on my body. And I also I've also come to conclude that that's the reason why I can't smoke marijuana either, is because the chemicals mixing with the marijuana, it produces so much gas in my body, and it just causes me really, it causes me to be very uncomfortable, because there's so much gas in my body, you know what I'm saying? And then I get real specific with what I want to eat. I feel like I'm gonna faint. My body get really hot, then my body get really cold. I remember when I could have smoked a spliff and just feel all right. But then, as of say 2004 or so, then everything changed when it comes to me being able to have a comfortable high. So eventually I gave up marijuana, because I realized the two chemicals mixing together is, yeah, they don't like each other. So that's one thing. I didn't put it on the list, but yeah, that's another thing. Now I don't know what you're gonna do with this information, but I'm speaking to you guys because lately the potions that I've been getting, now I don't have any opposition to you feeding me these things, slipping them into my cigarettes, my food or beverages, so that you can do your investigation. What I do have a problem with is the toll that it takes on my body, the damage that it creates on my body. I've been coughing for the last 2 weeks. That's because of one of the potions that I've been getting. Okay, and that's that one. Anyway, let's start with the list. So here's some of the effects of the dream potions that I've experienced. The first thing it does is it burns my lips, because if I'm smoking, it's touching my lips. If I'm eating, it touch my lip. If I'm drinking, it touch my lip. Usually it's the bottom lip, because obviously the food doesn't go up, it usually goes down. So what would happen is it discolors my lips, because when I say burn my lips, I don't feel it burning on my lips, but I can I don't feel it burning on my lips, but in a few days time my lips get incredibly dry because it burns the top layer of skin on my lips. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can do something about that. Now, yeah, when that happens, my lips tend to look kind of grayish. Yeah. Lately, I've been combating my consumption of these things because it looked like y'all are trying to kill me rather than trying to do your investigation. So that's why I had to come on now and talk about this so you can make your adjustments so we can get on with this thing. Because the quicker my the initiation is over, the happier I will be. The more you will know who the fuck I am, we'll know how to deal with each other, right? Right. So the first thing is it burns my lips. Now lately, another thing I've been experiencing is itching of my gums. Now it feels like maybe somebody's trying to ruin my beauty. I don't know. You've already taken a lot of my teeth with it since. Look, anything. Mm, mm, and there's something going on up here in between them, but you can't see it. So quite a lot of damage has been made because these these this deterioration of my teeth started happening before I started smoking. I only started smoking when I came to England, and this deterioration of my teeth has been going on since I was in Montserrat. It just started. Okay, so that's another effect of this potion, whoever's mixture. Okay, so that's two things. Now we have itchy face and neck. So if I usually am on here, if to my viewers who actually watch my tarot and whatnot, you see me kind of scratching my nose or scratching my neck or scratching my face or doing this shit is because it's in my system floating around my veins, and that's the effect that the potion has on me. It usually make me scratch my face. It doesn't make me scratch anywhere else though. Yeah, it like stops around here somewhere like that. Yeah, so it causes me to itch like that. And then the next thing I have is pain in the abdomen. So what I noticed is this one is from before. I've done a video like this before on Facebook where I was explaining to them what it does to my body, and I told in a video or post, and I was telling them to do some adjustments, which they did, which I appreciate, because there used to be when I used to drink like a guava juice and they used to put it in the guava juice. Now I have enemies way up high, the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. Okay, so the ones who managed to um corrupt my food from there in the shop obviously is the one with the most links. Okay, so yeah, so from I go buy my drink in the shop, I feel I bring them home time. I went to buy a milk and something tell me squeeze the milk, and when I squeezed the milk, the milk was actually shooting out from a tiny hole that looked like somebody pierced it with a syringe. That was very sloppy work. I don't think that's how to do it, and I did mention it. Maybe the person got told off, I don't know, but yeah, that's not how you do this. So yeah, so anyway, this juice that I used to buy when I used to drink it, whatever the mixture was, it used to give me a pain in my belly. I'm not sure. I don't remember which side it is. It's been so long now. But yeah, and they did fix that one. So there's not that one anymore. What I'm experiencing now as well that may shift with giving you guys access to me like that, because I walk around with my sugar now. When I go bed, I take my sugar with me because that's what they like to in now. It's my sugar and my ice mostly. It took you a long time to put it in the ice too, to be fair, because yeah, I thought you would have caught on to that long time. But yeah, so yeah, now it's interfering with my lungs. I'm doing my videos and I'm coughing and whatnot. I can't allow that. You see what I'm saying? You've been feeding me this shit for years. How come all of a sudden now it's causing me to cough like that? Whoever's responsible for that potion, please fix it. Okay? If I'm gonna just allow you guys have to have access to my access to me like that, then the least that you could do is not make the thing fuck up my system. That's not a part of the deal. You see? So yeah, so it's been interfering with my lungs, causing mucus, and not even that clear mucus, is that yellow one. Okay, but it's slowly going now anyway. But I've had this cough now since I came on and did that last video. Um, did that last video about that stupid girl. Yeah, it's been happening since then. I've been sick since then with coughing and whatnot, making people think that I got COVID. I don't have no damn COVID. So if you can fix that, I would really appreciate it. So now we have this overabundance of gas coming in. So that's another problem. So a lot of people would see me, like they'll see me today and my belly would be extra swollen. They'll see me 2 days from now and my belly will be flat. And then they'll see me again and they'll think I'm pregnant. And then they'll see me again. That's because these potions create an abundance of gas, an overabundance of gas in my belly. Okay? It's very uncomfortable. Sometimes I can't even sit down because the pressure is so great. There's just too much in there. Unless, obviously, when it's coming out, then I'll just start farting all over the place. Farting, 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 farting. Which is a good sign because that means it's being released from my body. But yeah, if I had a boyfriend or something, I would imagine that's not a very pleasant thing to be around. But I guess, yeah, if you take me, you have to take me and all of my problems that come with me. So yeah, so there's an overabundance of gas. So if you can adjust your formula so that I don't have to have such. I like my belly. I like having a little bulge, but obviously it gets to a point where it's not sexy anymore. You know, leave my sexy alone. Okay. So now we have one. So yeah, that one. I don't get that one all of the time. I think that it's a specific party. I think that's the Munchrat crew. When they feed me their potion, I think their Montserrat, yours is the worst. Your potion is the worst. Okay? Whoever you got making your potion for you, if you want to damage me, then keep on doing what you're doing. But if your intention is not to damage me, but just to investigate me or plant whatever information you want in my mind or whatever the fuck you're doing it for, then please make the adjustments. Okay? Because I'll be tying my work, and like if I see a L, I'll see like two L's. If I see a dot, I'll see like two dots. Yeah, and I have 20/20 vision. I don't have a problem with my vision. It's your portion, because that don't happen to me all the time. Okay, but whenever you feed me your thing, I know your thing. I know you're about to come into my dream. Either some dream about someplace in Montserrat, people from Montserrat, or feel your energies in my dream. Okay, you guys need to step the fuck up. I'm really sick and tired of you people. You're just mediocre with everything, every fucking thing. Y'all are just a disgrace. Okay, you have made some improvements since the last time that I spoke to you guys on Facebook. You have made some improvements. It look like whoever it is, or maybe it's a new. However you got more shot people, fix up. Okay, right. So now we have bleeding from the rectum. Now this used to happen most when I was living with my mom in like 2009, 2010 in Hayes there. It used to happen in Montserrat as well, but not on the scale that it did when I was living with my mother. My mother used to overdo with the thing. I don't know if she don't know what she was doing or if she was just trying to hurt me or what. But in Montserrat, what would happen is mostly I would have a swollen rectum, which is coming up on the list there. It would just kind of be protruding out of my butt, yeah. and that would cause me pain. So then I couldn't wear like underwears and stuff like that. I couldn't sit down, and there would be a little bit of bleeding while I'm like out and about doing stuff and things like that. So imagine that you can't wear panty and you're kind of bleeding. I used to be worried about is it gonna show? I took a chance because it's like, do I wear panties and let that shit hurt me, or do I free my body up and possibly bleed on myself? I took the chance to bleed on myself. It never really happened. The most that I got is the fluid that comes out before. So some kind of fluid comes out before, and then the bleeding may come. But it never really happened to me in public like that. Um, so yeah, so there's bleeding from the rectum. So now when it actually did happen where it was bleeding, bleeding, bleeding now is when I was living with my mom around 2009, 2010. It got to the point where when I go to the bathroom to do a number two, the blood was actually spewing, like spraying into the toilet. That's how terrible it was. It was actually spraying into the toilet. Now, where the hell is all that blood coming from? So, no doubt it affected my internal organs somehow. So, I don't know. When I moved, I had to make preparations to move, and I did move in that 2010, and it did slow down very much. But obviously, they'll probably sneak into my apartment and keep eating me this thing so that they can keep doing whatever they're doing and whatnot. So from time to time, it'll come back, but it was nowhere on the scale that it was when I was living in that house. Okay, never has it been that bad, and never since that time has it been that bad either. So that's how shitty the monster potion is. Whoever she was getting her potion from, it's like you want to kill somebody. Please. So now I hardly ever get any bleeding, but I do still suffer with swelling of the rectum, which is the next one. And that's very uncomfortable as well, because like I said, I can't sit down when that happens, and I actually have to put myself on bed rest when this happens. So if you guys can please adjust your formula so that I don't experience that shit, I would be very happy. I want to be able to get up and do my work. That's another thing that brought me on last time that I came on, is because the potion that they were giving me was actually knocking me out right away. I'm supposed to be up doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm here fucking sleeping. What? No, that's not okay. No, no, no other potion ever do it to me like that. Fair enough, I'll drink it or smoke it or whatever, but I can actually still function during the day. Okay? You can have me at night. Right. So, the swelling of the rectum and putting me on bed rest, it's a no-no. Then we have this issue where I would bleed from my nose. This doesn't happen all the time, so I'm guessing this happened with somebody's potion, a specific group's potion or person. There's several people and groups that are feeding me these dream potions. I'm not sure which one is responsible for when my nose start bleeding. But one of the potions actually caused me to have a bleeding nose. Okay. It's not a lot of blood though, mind you. It doesn't like run like that. It's just like when I go and blow my nose, there's blood coming out. So in any case, seeing blood is not okay. It's not a good sign, because that means there's damage being done. That's not okay. And then we have the breaking of the dreadlocks. So with this one now, I don't know what potion or who is giving me this potion that break my dreadlocks, but I can feel my hair when I've been fed this thing. So what happens is, let's say somebody feed it to me now. The food nutrition, whatever you have, it goes to everywhere of your body. So obviously it feeds the hair follicles and that as well. So the new hairs that coming out is being fed with this chemical that is being fed with this chemical that is deteriorating my my hair probably my body as well, but I haven't noticed anything on my body. But if it's doing that to my hair, then it must be. Oh, my nails too. That's another madness. But my nails look quite good right now. It's not so. Yeah, they look healthy now. There was a time when they look kind of ripply. Yeah, that wasn't right. But anyway, back to my hair. So with my hair now, um, yeah, so let's say somebody feed it to me now and it goes to my hair follicles and whatnot. It takes time though before it completely deteriorates my hair strength. And because my dreadlocks were small, I don't know if it's gonna happen with bigger dreadlocks because I've joined my dreadlocks, so I'll know if it happens with the bigger ones too. But at the with the hair that's coming out from the root, after a couple of years, I'll pull it and it just fall off. It'll just come right off. Okay, and that's the reason why my dreadlocks are still short. My dreadlocks are supposed to be all the way down to my bum now, and instead they're like up here. And matter of fact, it's just a mess, right? So yeah, so it affects my hair like that. And I told you about the marijuana already, so that concludes the list. Now, like I said, for those of you who actually care to perfect your potions so that you could be more in demand, because for me personally, if I have to invest in something like this, I'm not gonna. And karma too, I don't know how this is going to affect your karma, because everything comes at a price. So if you're I mean, whatever you do, it comes back to you. So now that you know, if you put in the effort to make it better, then it must lighten your sentence. However, if you choose not to care, there's no mercy for the merciless. You see me? So if you've been listening, thank you so much for listening. For right now, I've been dodging. I've been dodging the potion, so my bum hasn't hurt me the way how it has. I still haven't been put on bed rest. I've been able to do what I have to do and stuff like that. So when I feel like you guys have gotten your shit back together, then I can allow you access. For right now, access is restricted. Yeah. So let's fix it and carry on with our mission, shall we? Thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.